The remarkable journey of Prophet Jeremiah, a story of faith, perseverance, and divine calling. Today we turn our focus to one of the most compelling figures of the Old Testament prophet Jeremiah. His story transcends historical boundaries, offering inspiration and guidance that resonates even today. Born in the city of Anathoth, just 5 kilometers northeast of Jerusalem, Jeremiah came into the world during a turbulent time in Judah's history. His father Hilkiah was a priest, placing Jeremiah within the religious traditions of the southern kingdom of Judah. From birth, Jeremiah was set apart for a divine mission. His name, meaning the Lord exalts or the Lord establishes, reflects the prophetic role ordained for him by God before he was even born. Jeremiah's divine calling. Jeremiah's calling came in the 13th year of King Josiah's reign, around 627 BC. Initially, Jeremiah doubted his abilities, feeling unworthy and inadequate for such a monumental task. However, God reassured him with a promise of divine strength and guidance. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born." This profound reassurance propelled Jeremiah into a ministry that would span over 40 years, covering the reigns of 5 kings of Judah. Jeremiah's prophetic journey began during a time of reform under King Josiah, one of Judah's most righteous rulers. Josiah's efforts to restore true worship resonated with Jeremiah's early ministry. After Josiah's death, the nation rapidly fell back into idolatry and social injustice. Jeremiah's warnings of divine judgment were met with hostility, ridicule, and persecution. The weeping prophet. Jeremiah is often called the weeping prophet because of his deep sorrow for his people's persistent disobedience and the calamities they brought upon themselves. Despite his warnings, Judah continued to stray, provoking Jeremiah to lament their impending doom. His tears, however, were not signs of weakness. Instead, they revealed his profound spiritual maturity and unwavering compassion. Jeremiah's life was far from easy. He faced scorn from kings and leaders, endured physical abuse, and was even thrown into a cistern filled with mud as punishment for his prophecies. Yet, through all these trials, Jeremiah remained steadfast in delivering God's message. The historical context. Jeremiah's ministry coincided with one of the most critical periods in Judah's history. The Assyrian Empire had fallen to the Babylonians, who became the dominant power in the region. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, launched multiple campaigns against Judah, leading to the eventual destruction of Jerusalem and its temple in 586 BC. During these tumultuous times, Jeremiah warned of the consequences of abandoning God and embracing pagan practices. His prophecies were not limited to Judah alone. He also addressed surrounding nations, underscoring his title as a prophet to the nations. Despite the looming destruction, Jeremiah's message was not without hope. He foretold the restoration of a remnant and the establishment of a new covenant, a vision of abundant life and reconciliation with God. The potter and the clay. One of Jeremiah's most memorable illustrations is found in chapters 18 and 19, where he uses the analogy of a potter and clay. God is the potter, shaping and reshaping the clay as he sees fit. This metaphor highlights human fragility and the need for surrender to God's will. It is a message of hope. No matter how broken we may feel, God has the power to remake us into vessels of honor. Jeremiah's prophecies extended beyond his lifetime, pointing to the coming of the Messiah and a future era of peace. His vision of a new covenant where God's law would be written on hearts rather than tablets of stone resonates profoundly in Christian theology. This covenant foreshadows the ministry of Jesus Christ, who fulfilled Jeremiah's prophetic vision of redemption and restoration. Despite the trials and tribulations he faced, Jeremiah remained faithful to his calling. His resilience serves as a testament to the strength derived from unwavering faith in God. Jeremiah's sadness was not a reflection of despair, but a deep empathy for the suffering of his people, akin to the compassion of Jesus, described as a man of sorrows. Mysterious end. The Bible does not provide a detailed account of Jeremiah's death, leaving his final fate shrouded in mystery. Some ancient historians suggest he was stoned to death in Egypt by rebellious Hebrews, but these accounts remain speculative. Regardless of how his earthly life ended, Jeremiah's spiritual legacy continues to inspire generations.